Good morning. It's Monday. Hold on for me. I'm changing up my whole routine. I will announce later that the playground will be at noon every day unless something comes up because it just seems to be my time to settle down. I need that time in the morning to work on myself. So plan on me at noon. Hopefully that doesn't change anytime soon. But I feel like I keep coming back and back and back. I just have too much to do in the morning to settle in for a show. So I'm here at noon. We also have a 3:33 today, Silent Mystics with the girls. So I hope that you'll join me at 3:33. So I see two. It's funny. I think, oh, they're not going to come see me because I'm running late again. I'm going to change this to running on time. Noon is a good time for me. My mornings are a busy time. So good morning, good afternoon to those that are joining me. I'll have to change my phrasing. It's all about extremes today. I think that we're all, for the most part, we're all going through these roller coaster rides of change. Hi, Melanie. Good morning. I see some of you. I think that's Tammy. And I can never tell on that one if that is Lauren or if it's that there's two people that have that white shirt on. And my eyes won't show me that little bitty picture. But whoever's here, thank you for popping in. I have one of those mornings when I really had to work on myself. So I thought about just not being here today. And then I thought, no, we're all going through this together. We have to be willing to step in and say, okay, I'm going through it too. I'm just as much, hi Tammy, just as much in the middle of all this as anyone else. And it feels very important. I pulled a card and it was all about extremes. And I think that that's really important for us to talk about because it feels like right now, energetically on the planet, there is this energy that works that is pulling us from the highs to the lows so quickly. It's like we're flying and then all of a sudden we're feeling the energy drop on us, and it's not necessarily that anything has changed physically. Things could be exactly the same as they were. You were at a high point, you were feeling really good, like on top of the world, and suddenly you were down at the bottom again. And you're like, nothing even changed physically. Why did my mood suddenly go from way up high down to low? It's like the heartbeat that you see on the monitor. Ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. And some are just little boom, 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 and some are way big. And it just feels like that is the message for the day, that we are going through, this planet is going through such a huge change right now. And we're all being affected by it. And everyone that is around us is being affected by it. And most who are around us have no idea what's going on. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Laura. So, good morning, Annie. So, if you're going through this where you feel like your extreme changes, shifts in energy, pay attention. Pay attention. It could be very possibly not even your own energy. A lot of it is just the squeezing that's going on. I keep telling people it's like the entire planet is going through the birth canal right now. That's what it feels like. And so all of us are feeling these physical changes going on. You might feel a ringing in your ears or a pressure in your head, or your sinuses feel like they're always messed up, or you feel exhausted and tired, like you've been working really hard even when you're not working really hard. Good morning, Angel. So pay attention to what's going on around you too, to a certain degree, because this isn't all you. It's easy for us to sit there and say, what is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Why am I so grumpy? Why am I feeling emotional? Why do I want to cry at the drop of a hat? Why do I feel these aches and pains, like inflammation and all these things going on? It isn't easy being born again. That sounds kind of religious, and it's not, but it's not the way that I mean it. It's like we are being rebirthed. The entire planet is going through a rebirthing process, and so are we. So imagine the birthing process is not an easy thing. It's probably the most painful experience any of us have ever been through. Even though we all celebrate, we're like, oh, it's so beautiful. Not only was it physically painful, but at an energetic level, it requires all new sea legs, for us to suddenly go, oh, okay, wait, I was weightless and limitless, and now suddenly I'm in this physical form and I'm not anymore. So we're going through that process again. our higher selves, our souls are feeling the as above, so below. We're feeling that. We're going to this way high. We're like, oh, wow, I feel like I'm unlimited again. I feel like I'm finally just really ready to fly. And then the body catches up and says, sister or brother, you still got some work to do. You're not fully to that point where you can fly yet. There's still some work down inside of you. And so it starts to pop up. Like, here we go again. Here we go again. I was flying and now I've got to go back through some emotions again. I've got to go back through maybe some old stuff that I haven't quite fully dealt with yet, or maybe I'm experiencing the energies of those people around me. I'm not quite to that place, even though I'd love to be. I'd love to be to that place where I'm just pushing through so easily and able to just glide. And I can sometimes, and so can you. It's just that we still have those moments when we get pulled back down into it, right? What was that? Somebody's got some energy of grief or sadness right now, something going on. I felt it just hit me. I know it wasn't my own. So whoever it is sending love and light to you, you can go ahead and say, yes, it's me, and we'll send it directly to you. Somebody's got something heavy going on. And you just, it really kind of felt like, yeah, it's there. It was stuck here, and then it picked up. As soon as you had that aha moment and the energy lifted. So I hope somebody experienced that lift of energy a few minutes ago. If you're still going through it, we're all right here with you. We're all going through it together. So I'm here to help lift the energy as much as I can. And as I'm going through lifting the energy with you guys, I'll be lifting it for me too. Good morning, Laura. So I think I said hi to everyone. Some of you are sneaking on me. It could be you, Annie. Okay, it could be a lot of us too. So if it's you, I hope that you're finding some relief from that. And if you haven't fully yet, we're going to channel a little energy and see if we can't find some relief to all this heaviness. We're in good company. We're not the first ones. How many ascended masters have come and gone through this, and we're just one of many, and this is one of many of our lifetimes. We've done this before. We've done it before. We're going to get through it. We'll get through it together. So, good morning, Lynette. How are you? So, that's why I'm here today. I'm here being every bit as human as you. I am going through it too. I'll have those moments where I'm just flying, like, oh, there's my wings, and I'm ready to go. And then I have those moments. Today was one of those moments where I literally was standing in the shower crying, and I'm like, why am I crying? What is going on here? So just, we're like, I can't even explain it. You know how you feel when you're pregnant and you have that, like, 1 second you're happy and the next second you're crying, and the next second you're happy and the next second you're crying. We're all like those hormonal moms right now. The planet is going through the birthing process, and so are we. So it feels like we're going through the whole natural. I've been through childbirth 6 times, and there's definitely in the process and after and before and during and all of that, there's a whole lot of extreme emotion and things that have to come up, things that are just difficult emotions that just go back and forth. So let's work our way back up. But I think that the most important message today that's coming through to me right now is to remind you, and there's just tears in the sky today. That's what it's coming from. It's not just me. This is literally the world right now is in a big period of wanting to just have a good cry. I feel like the whole energy on the planet is, if everyone could just sit down and have a good cry, it would be okay. So those of us who have come here with this high sensitivity, you call yourself a light worker. Well, when the world is going through this heavy emotion like this, we're feeling it, whether it's ours or not. We're in the middle of it ourselves. Hi, Christina, Lynette. Crying and crying. Okay, I'm not alone. Emotional, Tammy. Emotional day, but don't know why. Yeah, it could be you too. See, it's exactly what I'm talking about. We're going through this. The world is going through it. We're feeling it. So it's good to gather. It's good for us all to come together. I don't want anybody to suffer. But when I hear that many of us are going through the same kinds of things at the same time, yeah, something like that, then I realize that this is also part of the ascension. We are ascending. This is not an easy process. It is painful at times. It is difficult. We can't expect that we're just going to pop in. We didn't come here to just pop into 5D and be in perfection. Unfortunately, we could. We have the capability. You're all very powerful. You could suddenly pop into 5D, but the contract is what we agreed to here is to be here on the front lines. And when we're on the front lines, we have to expect that this isn't going to be easy work. And so the flip side of that is difficult work, and we are fully supported. Remember that when you're standing there in your shower and just having a good cry, or wherever you choose to have that good cry, you have angels all around you. We may just have to sit here and have a good cry this morning, because I feel like, do you know little kids when they have a really hard cry and then they keep going, that's what keeps coming through me. And I swear I haven't cried for a good hour. So I'm not sure what that is, other than processing, all of us processing emotions together. I'm picking up on all of you too. Little spurts. Of tears on and off the last week's emotions are high, Rebecca. Yes. So we're all in agreement that today is an emotional day, and it has been off and on. We go through cycles, and we all kind of are hitting different places on that cycle at different times. So right now I'm saying, okay, you might want to go buy some tissues if you don't have them in your house. You may go through some high emotions over the next couple of weeks. And if you are, please know that while, yes, you have inner work to do, and it's just stuff coming up to the surface to be healed, there is also work that we are doing to help the whole earth and all of the beings and creatures on the earth to get through this ascension. So part of it, can we, instead of, here's my suggestion, here's what comes through. Can we, instead of falling down and allowing ourselves to go into that pit of despair, and just say, I can't do anything, I'm just going to sleep for 3 days. Instead of doing that, can we stop ourselves and say, okay, I came here for this. This is part of why I'm here. This is my job. Sometimes my job requires me to be more in stillness, to do more self-care, to love myself more so that I can work my way through and help the world get through these very difficult times. So can we be here together today and commit to one another? I'm reminding you, rewatch this as many times as you need to. I'm reminding you that it is important, very, very important right now, to remember self-care, to remember to take good care of yourself. Laura, please don't doubt yourself. That's part of it too, isn't it? We come so far. This morning, I'm going to be painfully honest with you guys. There are days when I wake up in the morning, and the reason why I say I came in at noon is because it took me a couple hours to feel as if what I do is important enough or needed enough to put my face out here every day. There are times when I feel that same doubt, Laura, where I feel like I've come so far, and I know this work is important, and I know it makes a difference, and yet in this energy that we're in right now, there seems to be this big self-doubt thing going on. So like I was saying, it requires self-love. It requires us to take more time for ourselves, to be in stillness, to be quiet, to be calm, to allow ourselves to be fed. Because if we're just giving all the time and we're not receiving, we're not allowing ourselves to have that energy coming back in, our well runs dry. And those of us that are really, really empathic, we tend to keep on giving anyway until the point where there's nothing left to give. Or we've given so much of ourselves that we are so depleted that these mood swings or these moments of self-deprecation, whatever it is, they pop up because there's nothing left of us. You ever hear, I love Stephen Covey. I used to listen to him at work. They had these programs, and it was the 7 Habits for Highly Effective People or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but one thing that he said, that he was very good at personal relationships too. You know, we can put that in business form, but personal relationships were very important, and he was very good at putting it into the right perspective. Each one of us has a bank, and we have all kinds of people in our lives, and we're always going out and about, whether it's at work or with our children or with our spouses or significant others or parents, whatever. We have all of these hats that we wear, and we're always about doing things. And And that bank, it inside of us needs to have something, it needs deposits. And we often aren't good at asking for those deposits. We go through life and we think, I got this all by myself. I don't need anybody to deposit anything here. Someone comes along in your life, though, your husband or spouse or significant other, somebody that's important to you, might be a parent, teacher, whoever, and they come to you and they give you the gift of some kind of encouragement, love and encouragement. They just come to you and they say, man, you're doing a great job. Beautifully done. Thank you so much for everything that you do today. And when you are allowing yourself to receive that, and that's the second point, when they say it, you have to let it come in. Don't just go, I can't accept that. And like so many of us are like, that would make me big-headed if I accepted that. So we don't necessarily accept it. If you're female like me, and somebody comes to you and says, like your husband, they come to you and they say, oh, you're so beautiful. And you go, yeah, right. I looked at myself in the mirror this morning. Like how many of us do that? Because we focus on all of our faults. I want to encourage you today that those people in your life that come to you, that give you those moments of encouragement, of love, of all that positive energy, that energy that they give to you needs to go into your bank. You need to deposit that. They're giving it to you. Deposit it into the bank inside of you, to that big heart, that well that's inside of you. Because if you don't, there comes a point where you can no longer give to other people. There's nothing left in there. And then we just sit around feeling sad and hurt all the time. Those are deposits. Energy is currency. We need to look at it as such. It is the most important. Love is the most important gift anyone can give to you. And that energy of love is more powerful than anything on the planet. You can take the most wealthy person on the planet, and if they don't know what the energy of love is, if they don't have that within them, they got nothing. Hear me when I say that. You compare yourself to those people who have the nicer cars, and they have the bigger homes, and everything is so easy for them, and they got the nice clothes, and their kids look perfect. Their kids are just so perfectly groomed and clean all the time, and they got the nicest shoes on, and they're like, and then you're walking around with your kids that sitting there playing in a mud puddle, and you're like beating yourself up because your kids are filthy and having a good time. Instead, just look at that kid's face and look at how happy they are. And just take that love energy that they've got, that they're filled with right now, because they love you so much for letting them sit in that mud, and put it in your bank. Put it in that bank. Look at them and go, oh gosh, that happiness is worth everything to me. It's worth so much more than my children looking perfect to society. It's that they're happy, and that they have love inside of them, and that they're giving it back, and you can take that they're sending back your way, and you deposit it in your bank, and then you've got more to give to. It's this perfect exchange, this beautiful exchange of energy, and it's more powerful than anything that can be bought. It's more powerful than any amount of money. So, reminding myself of that too, it helps me. Thank you guys for making me come in here today, because I need to hear that too. I'm not depositing enough. I'm not accepting. I'm still trying to push it away when people tell me thank you for the work that you do, or whatever, whatever kind of love energy that they send my way. I just want to send it back to them. I just want to oh, here, that was beautiful, this piece of love that you gave me. Here, take it right back. And that's not doing anybody any good. We have to receive first. We have to be willing to let it in, whether it comes from our angels, whether it comes from God, whether it comes from your next door neighbor, your cat, wherever it's coming from. You got to be willing to let it in and deposit it. Plunk. Fill yourself up. And then when you go out in the world, you don't got to say anything to anybody. They just look at you and they go, why are you glowing like that? Look at that person. They feel that energy. You're so filled with love that everywhere you go, you're changing the planet. You're raising the vibration. That's what we came here for. So, I need to hear that too. It's important. It's important for us all to remember how important we are, and how much love we bring into the planet, and how much we're changing it just by being here, just by your very presence. Hi, Wendy. Good, nice to see you. Just by your very presence, You are changing the planet. And I say this to people all the time. And the reason why I'm repeating it today is because I'm hoping that you will hear my words, that I can give you a deposit today. You will hear my words that come straight through my higher self, straight from the angels, the guides, the loved ones that are just waiting around for you to hear this. And you'll say, I'm willing to receive that today. And then you take it and you put it in your bank. So fill that bank up today. How about it? How about we take just a few minutes? We're going to just do a little energy. We're going to fill up on some love energy from the angels. I need it as much as you do. So we're going to take a few minutes just to be still. Wendy's saying hi to everyone. It's so nice to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. Wendy, I just got through saying that I was going to probably shoot for 12 o'clock every day, because it seems when I first started Playground, I started Playground over a year ago, and I did it every single day. And when I first started it, before I went with Enlightened World, I was doing it at noon. It felt good to me to come in at noon. People are taking lunch breaks. It feels like a good time. In the morning, there's so many other things on. And so there's so much competition. And then we wait till noon and people are like, oh, I'm taking a break now. I can sit down and listen. And I always felt like it was a good time. But then in order to fit into the schedule for Enlightened World, I kind of had to, they gave me a time, 9:30. And I was like, oh, it's early for me. But okay, 9:30. This is mine now. I can do whenever I want to. And I like noon. I like that lunch break. I like that time. That's a good time to go to the playground. So that's my little plug. I'm going to really try. I'm going to do my best to make it a on-time thing, noon, my time. I know that's later for you, 5 o'clock, your time, I think, because it feels like a good time to catch people. So I'm not sitting here all by myself. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our feet well planted. We'll just take some quiet time. Yeah, later is sometimes better, isn't it? Lynette, good, I'm glad you love that. Mother's Day, we need to put all of those accolades. Yeah. You know, Mother's Day is like, it's a beautiful day, and I'm so thankful to be a mother, and I'm so thankful for all of the mothers, and I think that all of us need a good pat on the back for being this beautiful portal, for bringing these spirits into the world, into physical. And it can be a very painful time for many too, especially this past year. I think that's where this, yep, I just got the yes. This is why we're crying today. There's been a lot of loss in the world this past year. A lot of mothers have died. So a lot of mothers have lost their children. So let's just, we'll just work with that energy too. If you're feeling the need to cry, it's just part of the releasing of this energy on the planet, this collective consciousness that it's been a very difficult year for many. So just allowing for that pain to just flow on through. Let it come on up. Let it flow on through, whether it's yours or whether it's part of the collective consciousness. We're letting it come on up. Thank you for reminding me of that, Laura. All right. So let's go ahead and take a big breath. Start to center. We're starting to just kind of collectively gather our higher selves, that true self that you sometimes forget about, still there waiting for you to spend time with. So I am too. I forget to. So I'm calling Diana into the building. And she's right there. And so are all of you. I feel the energy lift. That's who you are. You are such beautiful energy workers. Amazing. I feel it. So you've got your feet planted on the earth. And you feel those roots go down deep into the earth so you don't fly away. We want to keep you here. Stay in physical. We need each other. Let's stay physical together. Don't take off yet. So as you're sitting there perfectly grounded and planted on the earth, you allow that energy to come back up through that beautiful earth energy. It comes back up through your root system. And let it just fill you right up. It's coming up through the feet and up the legs. And right up into the back. And up your spine, lighting you up. Turning you into that beautiful rainbow of color. Ding, 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 ding. All the way up. Good morning, Michael. So go ahead and feel that energy as it courses through your veins, asking for the Ascended Masters today. Archangel Michael coming in to protect us all, keep us all safe in our own little bubbles. We're here together and we are each individually protected. We get individual, what do they call it in the wrapping? Individually wrapped. So you're perfectly safe within that bubble. And as you breathe in that beautiful energy of safety and protection, it's being wrapped around you, the Ascended Masters are joining us. And you can call in any Ascended Master that you feel connected to. And I find often that people in earlier, smaller, in some groups, they don't even know who to call. They don't even know who an Ascended Master is. So the most obvious one to me is always Jesus. But they're anyone. These are amazing teachers, amazing energy that comes through, and they have been here before. They have come in physical form, and they have ascended, which is what you're working on too. So we're calling them in so they can remind you of your own ascension. You are going through ascension symptoms. You are becoming an Ascended Master. Imagine that. So you're right there, and they're right there waiting to help you always. So reminding you of that. So you choose. You might choose Mother Mary. You might think Kuan Yin would be good, or Buddha. Some of you go for the different cultures, whoever you feel drawn to. But just allowing that energy to come into this space with us and feel the sameness. Feel that energy come in. It's beautiful. Jesus, definitely. Whether you believe or not, an energy like I can't even describe. Really powerful. So asking for healing today for each one of us as we're here. We're gathering today to replenish, to refill our banks. And these Ascended Masters are coming through to help you refill your bank today. They are bringing forth their energy and thanking you for the work that you've done. And coming over to you, if you can imagine, one of them either shaking your hand or giving you a big hug, but they're there with you right now. Whichever one you've chosen to have time with, and we can all have the same one, that's okay. They can be in a million places at one time. You don't have to worry about, overlapping. Just choose whoever you'd like to see. And let them come spend time with you. And as they come into your energy field, you feel that just indwelling, that filling up. If you're willing, it's all up to you. Wow. Who is that with that big grief bubble in the throat right now? Let it come up. It's okay. It comes up through the throat and it hits your eyes and a couple tears roll out, and that's okay. It's just a release. Tears are just a release of energy. If there's a loved one that you're missing right now, if it may be a mother, a grandmother. I miss my grandmother. If Mother's Day brought up some sadness, ask them to come join you. They're right there. They're not so far away. I felt her. Thank you, Grandma. Mother Mary is definitely a part of us. Yesterday and today. So as we sit in this energy, I'm not even doing much talking because I feel like the energy is speaking for you. Good morning, Isabel. Who is it? Are you getting a good pat on the back, a good hug? You are so loved. Absolutely cherished in every way, if you could only imagine. So let yourself receive. It's as if your bank is opened up right now and it's in receiving mode. And as you open up that door, it just floods in. Imagine all of these golden coins just flooding in that door, and they're filling up your bank. So full. To the extent that you'll allow. You're going to be just overflowing if you allow it. Just take a big breath and breathe it in. Let it go to every part of you. To the very core of your being, let love fill in every space. Every little broken part, every little sad part, every part that you'd rather forget about, all of it is receiving this beautiful golden energy just pouring down through, opening you up, asking Archangel Michael to sever and release any cords, attachments, blocks, anything that's keeping you from receiving right now. Anything that's telling you you're not good enough. Archangel Michael is coming in to remove that. If you're willing to, he says, yes, I'll take that from you. I'll cut that cord. There we go. Now it's flowing easier. So imagine that Archangel Michael comes along and opens up your crown, and this beautiful golden energy just pours down into your crown and all the way through. And you know all those sand toys where you pour water down through and each little piece gets turning and spinning as it goes on down through? That's what it's like, your chakras. As this beautiful energy hits up here at your crown, you can feel it, warmth right over your head. It comes down through and you'll feel it going right through your brow, down through and all the way. You'll feel it coming down into your throat right now. A little stopped up there, but it had a little sand stuck. And it's washing it away, and down it goes and into the heart. And feel it as it moves. Feel that energy come down through the heart and into the solar plexus. Big breath. Nice energy, beautiful. Down into, it's holding at the solar plexus. I don't want to rush it. It's taking a little time for some of you. Just releasing, letting go. The solar plexus is very important. It's holding on to a lot of stuff there. You can release that energy now if you'd like. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. And down, there it goes, moving down into the belly. And then all the way down into the root. Clearing away. Beautiful, well done. And then down your legs. And down your arms and through your hands also. Let any of that negativity that's still in you wash through your hands, and allowing now for that energy to come up through the earth. It's all washed down through, and then this new, beautiful, recycled energy comes up, up, up your roots. And as it comes up your roots, you want to pull those roots back into your feet, closing them off, and then let that energy flow right on back up your legs. It hits your spine. Take a big breath, pull all that beautiful energy up, up, up. Take a big breath. Beautiful. And then it comes all the way up through the throat, back up through the third eye, and then it's shooting out wherever it needs to go. So you can allow any excessive energy that you just received. You're going to be buzzing today. Let's let it balance out now. So send it to wherever it needs to go, to whoever needs it today. You can call out names to yourself, think them in your head. You can send out a general around the world, but for about 20 seconds, I'm going to get quiet and you just send that energy to where it's needed. Beautiful. Well done. Now let it settle back in. Your bank is full. You can go out in the world today. You're going to feel more secure. You're going to find joy. It's going to be a better day for you because that bank has been filled right up. Give it where it's needed. It's okay from a full bank. And remember, as people come to you and they want you to receive, they want to give to you, it's a gift to receive. It is a gift to receive. It is not a burden. When they want to give, let them give. Be able to receive equally with your giving. It's difficult for those of us who are empathic, highly sensitive beings, but it's okay. It actually works in everyone else's favor when you're willing to create a better balance. Okay? We got to work on our extremes a little bit. That's what it was all about today. Today, we are letting go of the extremes and we're allowing a balance in our world. Take good care of yourself. Say good morning, Paula. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you've missed it, catch back up. Yeah, I see that, Rebecca. So sad. It's been a difficult holiday for people. Much better. Hope all of you are feeling better today. We'll get out on our Mondays. We'll be back in just a couple hours, 3:33 today with Geraldine and Carol. We'll be doing a Soul Sisters. We'll be talking again. So take good care of yourselves. I love you guys so much. I will see you again tomorrow at noon. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Wendy. All the rest of you, take good care of yourselves today. Bye for now.